Have you ever thought of a single cell that needs to take directions? Because like us, who have like SVB app or Google Map, which help us to go anywhere we want to go, but cells doesn't have those things, right? And it needs to understand where exactly to send the material when it is needed. Now, think of a budding yeast cell. So, this is the mother cell, which is giving birth to a daughter cell. Now, this mother cell needs to send a precious package to the daughter cell. And what is this precious package? It's the nucleus with the DNA, which is the information for the life, which will be needed by the daughter cell. And how exactly this mother cell do it? It uses something called a protein liquid droplet. But before going into further how exactly this works, let me tell you what a liquid droplet is. I'm sure all of you have mixed oil in water and you see oil droplets, right? Similarly for proteins, if you have proteins in enough concentration in buffer, you see protein droplets. So this mother cell has a very sophisticated protein droplet. Remember, this is a lipid phase, which acts as a glue and acts as a compass, guiding the nucleus with the DNA to the daughter cell. So how exactly this works? So the nucleus is attached to something which is very flexible and growing and shrinking called microtubules. You can think of this as elastic ropes. On the dynamic end of the microtubule, you have this protein droplet setting acting as the compass, which what exactly it does is it glues together the dynamic end of the microtubule to something called actin cables via motor proteins called myotome. Now you can think of this connection as cable cars moving on cables carrying a cargo. Now in this case, the cargo is not a small cargo, it's the cargo of the big nucleus. So to make it a bit more clear, I'll show you an illustration here. So I'm talking about this protein droplet, which is the glue. Connecting the microtubule, which are very dynamic elastic ropes, and on the other hand, this protein droplet connects the actin cables, which are the cables on which the cable cars or the motor proteins move. Remember again, this protein droplet is a lipid phase. And this is a physical entity in the sense that it sits in a place where a lot of force is being generated. Now, what makes this protein droplet super robust is its ability to couple the forces which are getting generated in different directions. Forces that are coming from cable cars moving on the tracks, forces that are coming from the elastic ropes of the microtubules. So in the lab, we have discovered that how this protein droplet actually functions. Because it is necessary that it functions in the right way. Because if it doesn't do so, then the daughter cell will not receive any DNA and hence no information for life, meaning that it will be dead just after it is born. We have discovered that the protein droplet is actually made up of an elaborate network of protein interactions, which help it to function as a compass and helping the daughter cell to get the DNA that it would need to survive later. With that, thank you.